so freaking bad. Wrestle me.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Juice Pro Wrestling, episode 220.
That's right. We got a fucking very special guest. Now, if you've been a fan of the show for quite some time, or even if you're new on board, you might know that we like our fucking heavy metal and we really like our fucking pro wrestling. And we like to just take the two and make them fucking 69 and do weird shit to each other. It's fucking great. We love it. We know you love it. And this week is no fucking different, because with us this week from the mighty Eternal Bleeding, we have guitarist Chris McCarthy.
Oh my
Long Island, Strong Island, you already know what the fuck it is, man. Chris McCarthy, Eternal Bleeding, Kings of Slam, Kings of the Riff. You already know what it be.
Kings of the Sick, right? No Mercy long sleeves, motherfucker. God damn.
Look at that. Look at it. Digging it down.
Everybody be jealous.
Yeah, they will. Hey, and if you're listening in audio right now, go to jpdub.com and watch the fucking video so you can see this sick ass shirt, and hit like and subscribe. Don't be a jabron, you bunch of jobbers. Hey, we got a lot to talk about tonight, boys. Got a lot of shit going on in the wrestling world. Let's just start it off with the first thing that I'm aware of. So it's something very cool and kind of shitty at the same time. We'll have a little group discussion about this. Mark Briscoe making his AEW Dynamite debut. I think it's fucking awesome. He's wrestling Jay Lethal. It's like kind of like a tribute match for Jay Briscoe. And I mean, if you guys watched last week, you know, you saw what we had to say about that. It's just fucking out of nowhere, horrible. So Mark Briscoe making his AEW Dynamite debut. Awesome for that fact, but shitty because it took his brother to die, literally to die, for Warner Discovery to be like, all right, you know, Mark can be on the show. You know, because there is no forgiveness in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, you might fuck up and say something stupid online a decade ago. Don't expect to apologize and anything good to come of it, because this is proof right there. I mean, I'm stoked for it. Mark Briscoe versus fucking Jay Lethal. Dynamite. It's cool. It's super fucking sad circumstances. And Chris, why we got you here this week, what were your thoughts on and any memories on Jay Briscoe, man?
So as far as AEW itself is concerned, when I first started hearing rumblings that there was going to be another federation, another competitive league where dudes that didn't get their just desserts in WWE or get their opportunity in WWE were going to have an opportunity, the first dudes I think I thought of was like, oh, sick, Briscoe's going to be on TV now. Awesome.
Yeah.
Never happened. So yeah, that's a bummer. I mean, I'm the same age as these dudes, so to see that they're, you know, they have the shit's going on and their families are having these problems now and they have to deal with it. It's terrible. It's absolutely brutal. Sucks. I got to see him live, maybe twice, maybe once at CZW, and then definitely once at one of the Ring of Honor Final Battles. I think I went to 2012.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, sick talent, great. I mean, like, guys are as real as it gets. You know, terrible, just terrible thing. But of course, it's what it takes in the Twitter world that we live in. It takes somebody dying to get the opportunity to do the right thing or have a spotlight. Sucks, but I mean, the match is probably going to be sick. I will certainly be watching it.
What about you, Brodie?
Truth. Yeah, man. I got mixed thoughts on it because, like you said, it does take, you know, it took terrible circumstances for him to get on television. At the same time, I'm good on, you know, Warner Brothers Discovery for just dropping it, you know, and I think they should have dropped that a long time ago personally. But, you know, you can't change everyone's minds, and some people with the mercy of the internet and ratings and fans and stuff, backlash, all that shit. You know how it goes. So anyways, but that's awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I was huge Briscoe fans, as you know. Jay Briscoe.
For the sky, boy.
Exactly. Jay Briscoe, man. Terry Funk didn't wear no mouthpiece.
I love that.
He wore a dental dam, truth be told.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, that promo will go down in history. But
Yep,
yeah,
sir.
the Briscoes are unmatched, man. Their ring philosophy is unmatched. And, I don't think they get enough credit sometimes when it comes to storytelling and ring philosophy. I mean, those dudes, when they were young, they were killing it.
Real dudes doing their thing, no gimmick.
Yep.
They're the dudes that you went to high school with that were maybe a year or two older than you that smoked cigarettes outside and went, fuck, those are mean kids. Don't fuck with those. Don't fuck with the Briscoes, And then like, then you make one of the Briscoes laugh at lunch and you're like, oh shit, cool. Thank God one of these guys likes me,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you hear so much how Jay was a great dude, and they're both just great dudes. I mean, their fucking promos are the best, man. I loved. I just watched again the other day when they did that little brief Impact run, and they fought the Good Brothers on the fucking farm. Dude, shit was
dude,
just insane, dude. Like fucking hilarious, but real as fuck. And we all want, that's what wrestling is all about. It's just this suspending of disbelief, like believing in these guys. And like when you watch Stone Cold back in the day, or Hogan or Piper, and there's all those legends, they're still legends to this day because of that fact. When you watch them do what they do and talk, it was like, man, I may know what wrestling is or think I fucking know, but these guys, man, holy shit, they're gonna fuck these dudes up, like
no, they blur the lines of they live it. When they live the gimmick, they live that life. They're like they are just the Briscoes when they leave the building,
For sure.
I mean, their real last name in real life, but they are those dudes when they leave that building,
Yeah, I was surprised to find out I never knew their real names. And then
I didn't either.
Did find out, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that surprised me too.
Yeah.
They definitely remind me of Road Warriors too. Like you said, living the gimmick. Road Warriors live the gimmick. You've seen those dudes in a back alley. You shit your pants, man. You see the Briscoes in the back alley. You're just going to shit them pants, dude.
Yeah.
Bottle of whiskey in one hand, baseball bat in the other. Yeah, dude. But yeah, it's unfortunate, the circumstances, man. It's a bummer.
Fucking really horrible, man. Really fucking bad.
Kids are okay, man. I hope the kids end up okay. It's fucking brutal.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Totally.
They I guess they released some saying that one of his daughters is getting feeling back in her legs or something.
I hope so.
That's, as a family man myself, dude, it's fucked up to think of that. To think of your fucking young little kids, man. They ain't even lived a full life yet to go through something like that, and then now to potentially and possibly be debilitated. Like to be fucking potentially crippled for the.
Yeah, bro. Bugs me out to hear that it was like a mile or two from his house. Like, just like it's fucking terrible.
So fucking close. And I bet you the bitch that hit him was fucking texting. I fucking motherfuckers, put your phones down. Drink and drive, but don't text and drive, damn it.
Oh Lord, I hope not.
I hope not either, but that came to mind right away.
I'm a bad texter and driver. I got to stop doing that. If that's it's terrible.
Aren't we all? I'm preaching to the choir, brother.
It's really unnecessary.
Yeah. But
I almost wrecked my car texting the words CC DeVille to my drummer one time.
Why CC DeVille?
I almost wrecked my BMW typing the words CC DeVille. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit.
I had to drive up on the grass. And like, I was, you know what? It would have been worth it because it really is a funny text to go out on. But
I think that guy locked himself in his fucking mansion, did nothing but coke for a few years, isn't it?
That's why I respect him. I would,
Why wouldn't you?
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, I would if I was him. Why not?
Yeah, that guy, as far as he embodied, CC DeVille embodied like rock and roll ridiculousness to me. Like Poison. Is that the band Poison?
Yep.
Music sticks with me. But as far as like, if I had that opportunity, I would have lived that lifestyle just like that guy. Ridiculous hair and terrible voice and tan.
Ugly as sin.
Right.
To quote G.G. Allen, man, hey, 1980s rock and roll.
If you can play a cock rock riff, dude, you're in there like swimwear.
Like Flynn, not Jerry Flynn either. Remember that?
No.
From the past. Hey, what's this shit I'm hearing, Brodie, about Amanda Huber? There's some kind of documentary about Brodie Lee coming out.
Yeah, they're making a Brodie Lee doc, and I don't remember who's doing it off the top of my head, but it wasn't authorized or anything by Amanda Huber, who is the wife of the late great John Huber. It wasn't authorized, and I guess they didn't come to her for anything, but they got footage and stuff through his and interviews with other wrestlers going from his young indie days, to WWE. I don't know if they'll do AEW or not, but I thought that was a little weird. I mean, why would you do this unauthorized documentary? I mean, I guess, whatever their reason is.
I'm sorry, who's putting it together? Who's behind it?
That's what I'm trying to remember here. I'm gonna have to reference it real quick. But off the top of my head, I don't remember.
If it's just some dude, just trying to make a few bucks off it, that's kind of bizarre and corny. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think if it's someone doing it like as a passion project or whatever.
That's what I was going to say. But maybe it's somebody's passion project who wants to fucking give a little bit more spotlight to this dude that didn't get his due or didn't get his spotlight, and and now you're not going to have any more of it. So I don't know. That's an interesting topic. But that's strange that the family would not want to see anything. Wouldn't they just want all things to?
Dude, when all that shit happens, especially in the celebrity world, when someone passes, and it's always, a lot of times it's with the fucking, the wives of the recently departed, you get this weird shit. Like if it was a passion project and she was bitching about shit, I would kind of feel a little against her, because I'm like, just come on, this dude's obviously got, whoever's making it, got love and respect, for your husband, and just wants to like you said, put a little more of that out in the world. What's wrong with that? I mean, as long as they're not making money, I
guess will be determined once we find out whose hand is in it.
Yeah, you see that shit all the time. Like Cornell died, and they were working on fucking new Soundgarden shit, and his wife was like, "No, you guys,
cut off.
You're not doing shit." Like, you fucking bitch.
So the documentary is called "This Is Brodie Lee."
Three guys that are in the trenches with them all those years can't make that decision. That sucks.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, This Is Brodie Lee is called.
I won't go into details, man. When our drummer Billy Tolley passed away in 2017, the other founding member of the band with Christopher Vellis of IB, died fighting a fire in New York City. There was a rift between his wife and the band and some of the other family members, and it made things difficult. And it happens. So I saw it happen without going into the real details. Like it fucking happened. I watched it happen.
Well, speaking of watching shit happen, I know what you watched last night. Raw 30. What were your takeaways from that? Did you enjoy it?
Listen, anytime I can chill and watch wrestling with my boys and get stoned and not go to work, it's fucking. Do I wish every episode was a 5-star banger? Do I wish the wrestling was insane? Do I wish the plot twists were amazing? Do I wish the crazy returns were awesome every time? Of course. Is it? Not usually. Did we grow up in an era where that stuff happened on a regular basis and we're so used to it that I'm like kind of jaded, in my later years, that I'm like, I got to see it all. I saw the awesome shit because we got it every week. There was no lull. It was fine. It was cool. The Hogan Mike cutout. Like,
I'm like, dude, Hulkster can't catch a break, brother.
Gonna fuck a lineup or something was gonna happen. It was just bad. It sucks. I love him. I fucking love him. Hollywood Hogan might be the coolest human of all time to me. You know what I mean? Like, but man, he just can't get out of his own fucking way, can
he? No, he can't.
This mic don't work for me, brother.
Don't work for me, brother.
And then you see the guy coming out trying to hand him another mic, and
the regular like heck, hoodie, just like
yeah, totally oblivious. Like, well, I'm
totally
done.
Oblivious. Just like, oh, what is this guy? Oh, okay, I guess I'll.
Yeah, we're out of here.
We're done. Cut it.
Of importance.
I wonder, because Hogan is very polarizing nowadays, unfortunately, because of fucking previous events where he was recorded and said shit and whatever. I'm not telling people they can't be mad about that, but
understood.
I was wondering if they pipe in the crowd when there's a lot of booze and shit going on. You got Kevin Dunn trying to do some shit. If maybe they were trying to do that and it fucked with the mic a little, who knows? They've had mic issues with Roman Reigns recently, I think, the Bloodline, a couple other mic issues. It's technical difficulties, boils and ghouls. It fucking happens.
I agree.
It certainly does.
But, I just wish it happened to somebody else. Dude, what about Flair flossing in that fucking... Dude, I don't even know what the fuck he was wearing. If that's fucking cow print or whatever. He looked like a yellow cow.
He's great, man. Listen, man, he wasn't supposed to make it out of that health scare a few years ago. We still got a few years of Ric Flair left. He's a fucking madman. Let him do whatever he wants. If he wants to have 10 more fucking matches and pass out in all of them, let him fucking do it. Let him fucking do it. Don't do it in WWE and don't do it in AEW. Just an update to you. You know what I mean? But like, so it's like it's non-canonical. When he does it on and I'm watching it on my phone and I have to order it on some app, it doesn't count. But let him do it.
Let him do it.
I fucking love him. I fucking love him.
I love
Let him do it.
Tell me you weren't marking out when he at the last match when he came out, dude. I mean, I was too. Even though
It
it
was
was
great.
like,
And I love Jeff Jarrett too. Unabashedly love Jeff Jarrett. So that was really great for me.
hey, would you say? I said slap nuts. When he nails Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was watching it and I was bummed that the steel cage match had to get cut because I was actually looking forward to that. Becky and Bailey.
It happened so fast while me and my friends were talking or doing drugs or something or whatever happened in that 15 minutes.
Right.
I looked up and I was like, did we miss that match?
What happened?
And then the show moved on, and I just didn't even think about it until the next day. And everybody's talking about it. I'm like, oh, they skipped it, huh? All right, I was high.
Yeah. Right.
I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so high right now.
And they
That's
got
it. That's the melody to Funky Town.
for the tribal court thing, which was great.
It was cool.
It's money.
It was
It's a money
so cool,
storyline.
dude.
Was fucking great.
I love when Roman gets super fucking pissed and frustrated because he reminds me, and I'm sure we've all been there at a fucking shitty job where you got a boss or something that ends up just going into it for whatever reason. That's what it reminds me of. He's like, just fucking fed up. Fuck this shit, Solo. Get him, And for Jay, this is great storytelling, great psychology. For Jay, the one that hated him, despised him, didn't want the bloodline to, have Sammy in it and him to fucking stop Solo from Samoan spiking Sammy's ass. I was like, oh yeah, dude, that's fucking cool, man.
That was good stuff. Paul Heyman's
We've waited how many fucking years for WWE to tell good stories again, and finally,
this is a good one. I mean, this is one of the only good ones right now, but it is a good one. They're going
It's
on.
great. And I feel like it's coming to an end, and I hope they end it well. And I mean, like, would I love to see Sammy with the belt? Great, of course. Do I want to ever see Roman lose it at this point? Yes, of course I do, but it's got to be sick. Do I want Cody to do it? Maybe, but I never like that goes with the whole thing. But I don't want to I loved what they're doing with Sammy right now, and I never fucking end.
I agree.
I love it.
He's great, man.
Yeah, he could pretty much do anything, man. It's just a tribute to his talent as a wrestler and as a performer. It's just amazing watching him.
He's great, dude. I mean, like I said, I got to go to Ring of Honor 2012 final battle. And it was Generico and Steen in the main event, and it was just like two guys that you knew were like, all right, these guys will probably be very successful in the next thing they do. Like you can just tell,
Oh yeah.
And look at they're sitting atop of the world in the world's biggest wrestling company. So
Kevin Steen got Stone Cold Steve Austin to come out of retirement. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like it's fucking insane to me.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, you hear the rumor now that they're throwing insane money at Stone Cold to wrestle The Rock, or not The Rock. I'm sorry, Roman Reigns at fucking WrestleMania.
I would love that. I would love that more than The Rock, honestly.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think so.
I'm totally in on that.
We've only seen one comeback, and I think it could be better. I think that was kind of testing the waters. I mean, dude was laid off from the fucking ring for what, 20 years since his last match? Damn near.
Physically, he's in arguably better shape than he's ever been in. I don't know how his knee and neck are, but he looks great. He looks fucking great. He looks tough as hell. He looks like a tough dude. Like, let him. I would love to see one or two more matches. I'd like to see a tag match, one more badass solo match or something. You know what I mean? Like,
let me ask you this: you think? I mean, Stone Cold's a businessman, but we all know what happened when they wanted to put Brock over on him. Who goes over in that?
Wow. I mean, if it's Austin's last match, shit. I don't know, man.
Depends on the titles on the line.
Yeah.
The last match, generally, the right thing you do is you put the guy fucking over, going
the next
out,
guy over. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like how much over can you put over Roman Reigns?
Exactly. That was my next point.
I think Roman has a good run ahead with the belts as a face. So I don't know how to work that, but I think he's got a good guy run in him, at least with one of the belts. So
ooh, that's a bold statement, brother. That's a bold statement because we all know we fucking didn't really give two shits about him when he was.
Nope. No, but he's a cool guy now. He's going to do something cool, and there's going to be a hateable guy who might take the belt off of him, who you hate even more. Who you're going to go, oh fuck, Roman's my guy now.
Yeah, exactly. Do the old double turn. The old who
double
did what was the double turn? The old Stone Cold Bret Hart double turn back in the day.
Yeah.
Do something like that. You got to do something like that.
Dude, I loved the graphics and shit too. Like in the arena, everything that was going around.
Oh my
God.
God.
The old Raw is XXX. Like that shit was
Yeah.
awesome.
I love the old font. I wish me and my friend Matt, we wish they had opened the show with the riff.
Yes.
Yeah.
They played it eventually during one of the montages, but we wish that they were doing that during the fireworks part, you know, like, but it was, I mean, that was cool. The old font, great.
Yeah,
Fucking,
dude.
Yep.
The only thing
two of the people that were integral to Raw were actually on the show last night, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, and that kind of, you know, is a good segue right there. But I want to kind of wrap up real quick. Like the presentation of the show was awesome. Color screen was fucking great. You know, the matchup fucking screen, like it just looks so old school but modern and newer. You know, like the color scheme I use for our show, the red, black, white, and gray. That's basically all the fucking colors I use. It reminds me of old school, like Attitude Era fucking Raw, you know, like that was fucking awesome. And then they come out with the official theme song for Raw, and it's some weak ass 13-year-old little girl fucking like auto-tuned shit. What
Brian
the fuck
Danielson's theme song.
Oh God, that guy fucking
That guy, that dude that came out.
How's this little fucking heroin egg looking guy? I'm gonna fuck your dick, suck your balls, talk your shit.
Yeah, that music was terrible.
Man, they really like. I don't know if anybody that watches wrestling listens to that kind of music, so it's bizarre. Like, there should be a more of a relatable crossover. I'm not saying it has to be death metal. They have to promote the new Dying Fetus album.
Yes,
but like it really is. Every time they promote one of those bizarre pop songs, I'm like, is this what we like? I'm like, I don't
well, you know, as a musician yourself, brother, that I mean. Here's a weird thing. Like, you know, there's obviously times where just being a wrestling fan in general is cringe to most people. But the one thing that has been a consistent for me is what I call wrestling rock. Now, some of it is real good, like the original shit. I'll take you back to in the day, like the Bad Street USA. Used to be the opener of this show, dude. Like, I fucking songs, shit like that, fucking killer. Jim Johnston doing Ultimate Warrior. Fuck yeah, give me some more.
Yeah.
But then you got like Batista's fucking theme music, fucking
Saliva, Union Underground,
yeah, Saliva, all that shit, just the butt rock, dude. American Badass. I don't fucking want to see that shit, dude.
I don't either.
I'm sorry,
buddy. Or rolling. I don't want to see that shit either.
Randy Orton's theme song is basically the ultimate version of that. You know.
Yes. I agree.
Yeah, I just my whole point is like it's kind of embarrassing, you know, when you look at like the music fucking crossover with wrestling that like, and like you said, it doesn't have to be fucking death metal or grindy or anything, although it would be fucking dope.
Sure.
It's just so bad. It's I wish it would be better. You know, there's even AEW has some shit where it's like, you know, we're talking about
here and there.
Brian Danielson's fucking theme, which was cool when it was an instrumental. But then they threw that fucking dude on. He's like, I'm gonna.
That was his choice, though.
Yeah, they made some choices. That original dude they had writing at AEW was not fucking hitting it. And in the last couple of years, they've had. I know they had Colin and Taylor from God's Hate. They did the original version of Wardlow's theme song.
Okay, yeah.
And they just changed it again. But I thought the one that they wrote for it was fucking great.
Yeah.
And then Code Orange, you know, they did Bray's song. They did fucking Malachi Black's song when he was in AEW, NXT.
Yes.
I got to see that live. Homie Brandon from Incendiary was singing live with them. This big ass arena, dude. That was fucking insane. But they really don't have. Oh, Poppy. I actually secretly like Poppy. You know what I mean?
Get the fuck out of here. Really?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Have you looked at her? She's phenomenal.
Hey, I looked at Mariah Carey too, but I dare not play her song.
Yeah, hell yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Got some shit.
I'm lying. I got some guilty pleasures.
We should focus on 20 to 40-year-old dudes. What do you think we fucking really listen to? You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. Give me some Slayer.
Right.
Just
Right.
Give me some Motorhead.
Like Drew McIntyre, Dynamite.
Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades.
Give me some of that. Dude, that was great. That's probably the greatest, like one of the greatest collabs, like in wrestling and metal.
Time to play the game.
Motorhead and Triple H performance. Lemmy had no idea where he was.
Hell no.
He could not have cared less. He was like, "Are we done with this dumb song?"
Where's my whiskey?
He was probably dying at that point, you know?
No, yeah, he was definitely fading.
Oh yeah.
But hey, America, AEW, MLW's actually got some pretty baller ass themes, so I ain't gonna hate on them. WWE, let's make wrestling music great again.
Yeah, please do.
Fuck yeah, get on it.
The Music Volume 3.
So,
Yep.
Sticking with the Raw 30 real quick.
Nope.
Undertaker, another big moment, kind of comes out. People are calling it the, passing of the torch to Bray Wyatt.
That was cool.
It was cool. I just can't take Biker Taker. I was like, yeah, I'm not a biker.
Help with the motorcycle doesn't work.
Always.
Yeah. There was another.
Always happens, dude.
I was like, what is
it's like,
down this is very uneventful.
Right. When sitting at ringside, he's like, how the hell do you get this thing to work again? Guy's pointing at the, no, it's that pedal. I was dying. Some dude in the front row is like pointing at the bike. Taker's looking all around. I'm like, yeah, you're wasting a lot of time.
All right.
He's a real biker.
Yeah. Camera one, go back to Wyatt.
Yeah. Just give me the dead man. That's all we fucking want,
Exactly. I was stoked to see Taker.
See him. I would have honestly rather have heard the Limp Bizkit song than the Metallica song. It was fine, and it was a kind of thing. I mean, and it was a cool moment. Bray's not my favorite dude of all time. I like him. I tolerate him. He's cool. The comeback was cool. They didn't do anything with it since. Fucking.
I think that's plays to his character though. Because he's really like brooding and contemplating.
Yeah,
like that's kind of cool that they're like AEW. I would think if they were to book it right, a character like him it would play out over time, you're going to see this, you're slowly going to see it. And then once they give it to you, you will appreciate how fucking long it took and all the little pieces that you may or may not have fucking noticed,
All right. Well, I'm in either way. But yeah, that was
yeah. Full 7 inches. Hurts.
Fuck, man. Taker still looks good, man. I know he's a ton of injuries. He's got a million surgeries, but he still looks good, man.
Yeah, for being what? Taker's got to be mid 50s.
I thought he was 60.
Hey, did you guys happen to catch real quick because I want to jump into something else real quick here. Any more thoughts on fucking Raw 30? The DX segment I thought was kind of like it was funny, but it's like, dude, was it really funny? Am I just trying to please my sensitive internet audience?
It's cool to see those guys together. You love them all. That's like, it's just fucking.
The Road Dog, Juicy James, the bet.
Could have been a great moment.
Could have been.
Briscoe has zero comedic timing. I don't know if it's just if he's just like toasted from all the perks and stuff, dude, but like,
oh yeah,
he's just like
those aren't good perks. Let me tell you, bro.
Yell of his former self, and I'm like,
he is.
He's like I don't know if he's on medication or he's not on medication. He's just like he's never there.
Well, dude, I'm sure pain meds galore. That dude's body is so broken down. Could you imagine being like having his body? I'm fucking older. And I hurt, but dude, I didn't win the Olympic gold medal with a broken freaking neck.
That's true.
Right. Exactly.
None of us did that. That dude's been hurting for about a good 25 years, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
They meant well, but it could have been better.
It meant well. It'd been better if Billy Gunn would have actually came out. Like if they would have came out with a deal.
I feel like TK let him, but I think it's always WWE would never let those two worlds be one.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Sports betting. Download the Bet on Every Motherfucking sports betting app. Bet on every motherfucking sport.
Football?
Yes.
Basketball?
Yeah.
Horse racing?
Hell yeah. Every sport.
Soccer?
Jesus. Yes.
Tennis?
Yes, you asshole.
Baseball?
Come on, man. Yes.
Formula One racing?
Holy shit, man. Yes. Every motherfucking sport.
Pickleball?
Fuck you and fuck pickleball.
Pickleball is so much fun and anyone can play.
Yes, pickleball too. And yes, it is incredibly fun and the learning curve is very manageable.
Hockey? Talk more hockey.
Sweet, sweet long-haired Jesus. Fuck. Yes, every sport.
Boxing? MMA? Professional wrestling?
Yes, yes. And that shit is fucking fuck.
Hey, watch it, buddy.
But yes, professional wrestling too. Download the Bet on Every motherfucking sports betting app as soon as humanly possible on whatever app downloading system you have. Do it now. Don't have space on your phone? Maybe you should finally delete Angry Birds and Fruit Ninja Slicer. It's 2022, you piece of shit.
Have a gambling problem? Dial 1-800. Fuck the other digits. You ain't calling that shit. Gambling is a plague on humanity. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Well, speaking of that, what's this shit about Tony Schiavone?
Schiavone?
Yeah, Tony Schiavone. Boygan.
No, I saw it. He was on a podcast and he was talking about
Of course he was.
in the Darby vignette on Dynamite last week, where you saw like highlights of his career and stuff, and you saw snippets of Cody Rhodes. He was talking about like that shit would have never happened back in WCW. It's like they were here 1 minute, gone the next, and they're like, yeah, he's no longer with us, and don't mention him either. It's kind of like that.
Tony sounds a little saute.
A little bit. But yeah, it was but he's like, yeah, you would have never seen that, back in the day, like with WCW or WWF.
Yeah. They're right about that, but it's different times, man. I mean, didn't on Raw 30, weren't they showing fucking Sting and who else?
Danielson, Jericho. They showed Jericho.
Yeah.
I was like,
there you go, man.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're a Beatles fan or not, but dude, come together.
What I think is funny though, they do that and they show those dudes, but then they tell the Bellas they can't mention Saraya or Mercedes at all. And the Bellas are like, well, then we're not coming then.
What is that? Because literally before we went on air tonight, dude, I saw like clips of them talking on Twitter, and they were like, just pretty much like, yeah, they're gonna people are gonna point fingers and blame this and that, but here's the real deal. Here's what really happened,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it just seems like broad's fucking bickering. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's what it is. I think it's like everything's weird.
Say Mercedes.
Do you have to mention them? They're doing their own thing. Do you have to fucking mention them? Obviously, we know in the back of the heads they're part of it. Do you have to just fucking whatever?
Yeah.
You know?
Just fucking mention them. It's good for everything as a whole.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Fire them?
I'll put it to you this way. In the sports world, like if like the Bears or somebody loses a fucking player, they go somewhere else. It's not like they'll never fucking mention that player again. You can't say so-and-so because he left for the Bengals. Like, yeah, that bastard. Cedric Benson. He went to Cincinnati and tore shit apart.
Don't mention him on air.
Yeah.
You got it, boss.
Most people are, all these younglings listening are probably like, who's Cedric Benson?
Youngson. Yeah. Who's Cadillac Williams? You got a lot to learn about.
Are you watching any NFL? Do you watch any, Chris?
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know if you guys are gonna like to hear this or not, but I'm a huge Tom Brady fan. So we were big Patriots fans for the last 20 years. Me and my brothers and my father.
Well, the area. Oh,
Yeah, man. Listen, so we grew up, and the Jets and Giants always sucked ass, and my dad liked the 70s. And then, early 2000s, my brother went to school up in Boston. They just started cheering for the fucking Patriots, and I was like, yeah, I guess that's probably the right call. And so we did that for a very long time. And then time came when, Brady left for the Bucks, and we had to choose. We were like, are we Brady fans or are we Patriots fans? Dude,
Brady's going to be wearing a skull on his helmet. You're a fucking Brady fan, dude.
We've been Buccaneers fans for the last fucking three. We've been Buccaneers fans for the last 3 seasons. And then next year we'll be Raiders fans again. So.
Oh, there you go.
Full circle.
Hey, when you can go down there and hang out with
I appreciate the sport more and more as I get older. Yeah, once Brady retires, a lot of the magic will be gone for me. Even with baseball, when Jeter was done, that kind of sucked a lot of the magic out of it for me. You know, and I like it. I follow it. I follow the Yanks still, of course. But it's not like it used to be where I was like, holy shit, I live and breathe more shit.
Yeah, dude, that's like that. The only thing I've ever stayed like that with is wrestling.
Yeah.
I suffered through when. How bad was it when you had that group, during the Monday Night Wars, that group of friends that always got together and fucking watch shit. Then, you graduate high school and shit. And we're getting into the early mid 2000s, like the Batista Cena era. A lot of people tuned out of that shit, dude. And I suffered through it.
I was super into my early death metal stages of playing shows and chilling at our rehearsal space. And I really wasn't focused on TV, period. It wasn't just that I wasn't watching wrestling. I wasn't watching TV, period, from 2002 to 2007. You know what I mean? I just wasn't really watching TV. I was just doing shit. And even before that, I didn't have TNN when Raw switched over from USA to TNN. My cable
ECW had that.
Cablevision here on Long Island, we didn't have TNN.
No,
we don't get the Nashville network.
Right.
Fucking city. You know what I mean? So we just don't, so I was just like, holy shit, I can't watch it. So like I didn't have Raw for fucking 3 years,
Yeah.
You didn't really miss
weird.
anything. Those were the era. That was the era of like constant letdown. Like you're always hoping that like, like a Goldberg or somebody was going to come back, and they never did. And they built it up like, oh, there's a big return or someone. It was always just somebody who was gone for like a couple weeks. Like Randy Orton's back. Like he never left. Oh, he was injured for a couple weeks. I never fucking knew, like. Right. And TNA did a lot of that shit too. Dixie Carter, they were always, oh God, I always remember, a big return. It's like Bobby Roode's back. It's like, I like Bobby Roode, but come on, that's not, you're pumping this out like it's going to be like Chris Jericho signed with TNA or something,
exactly.
Like, and you always tune in and be like,
a lot of that from like 2012 to like 15-ish era, maybe 2010 to 15. I was watching it a lot for whatever reason. And the wrestling was so fucking good. But yeah, I mean, the booking was always terrible, Yeah. But the wrestling was great, and it had great dudes in it,
Oh yeah.
So we're all, we're all a part of the huge collective WWE universe. Why not? Because that's what brought us to the table, I believe.
Sure.
All of us as kids, we wouldn't have known about any other fucking promotion had it not been for that,
Well, I'll tell you what.
Unless you're from the deep south and all you knew was fucking the NWA.
So so everybody knows Hulk Hogan when you're a little kid. I was born in 1984. I got a box of WCW wrestling cards in like 88. So I was like 4 years old, and I knew those guys maybe even before I knew some of the WWF guys. Mm-hmm. So I knew Terry Funk and
the Steiners.
Crazy. I knew the Steiner brothers.
Sting, Vader.
I was versed in WCW at a very early age. But to your point, yes, it all goes back to Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man. And
so my question for you is, we all know about that, and now there's AEW. What else are you a big indie fan? How much into the wrestling scene? Because I know, dude, it's cool to see, like, I see pictures of you guys out with the internal bleeding and shit, and you're wearing Switchblade Jay White fucking shirts. And dude, I got to be backstage with him at Warrior Wrestling and fucking hear him go over his match with Sam Adonis. This shit was fucking awesome. Like Jay White's so fucking cool. And it was cool. Dude, I was jonesing on because I'm like, man, he's a fucking Kiwi. He's got that accent. It reminds me of like Bad Taste and shit, like Peter Jackson films and shit. And I'm like, man, if I was a fucking girl, I'd be all over this dude right now because he's a fucking swashbuckler. Oh. But are you watching any independent shit? I would think that you being where you're at geographically, that maybe GCW's in your palette a little.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I don't know if I've ever actually seen GCW live, but I do follow it, via the internet and shit. And I'll watch the shows when I can on my fucking laptop and shit. But as far as GCW goes, El Shlack, the murder god, he comes out to an Internal Bleeding song. He's current XPW Extreme champion. So he comes out to a song that I fucking wrote. My best friends in the world, they're a tag team called The Audacity. They're in a league called NYWC, New York Wrestling Connection. That's where Zack Ryder came from. Mike Whipwreck was the owner, was the original owner.
Yeah.
A lot of sick dudes came out of this fucking spot. Alex Reynolds and John Silver.
Yeah.
Came out of this promotion. Yeah, they're called The Audacity. Fucking awesome. The Cortez brothers, they're fucking sick.
Yeah.
They will probably be in TNA or something in the next couple of years. They're fucking awesome. It's like two ninja Casey Joneses. They're fucking awesome. And then my other best friends in the world, he's a pro wrestling ref for Kaiju Big Battle.
Oh hell yeah, okay. Dude.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dundee. Oh, can I put that on the screen? Oh, really? That won't let me put it on the screen. It's black.
That's weird.
No shout outs.
Yeah, man. And like I said, CZW, I try to follow a little bit. I've been to a few of those shows when they come around Jersey. And
well, you got XPW, like you said, in Jersey. And dude, we're big. I mean, me and Brodie have played with our bands, throughout the years with Schlack. And he was just on the episode like 5-6 months ago. And we've had a lot of XPW talent. We just had Jasmine St. Clair on the show, Cat Martini, the Soul Taker.
Soul Taker, yep.
So sick. I met Jasmine Sinclair at a Morbid Angel show once. I think she was weirded out by me. I don't know why. I was like,
probably you're like, well,
I was like, she's like, yeah, hi. I was just like, okay.
That's her.
Okay.
That's her though. That's her fucking.
And I was like, all right, I've seen your butthole, ma'am. I'm on. All right, I'm fine.
Oh, I love that shit, dude.
That's awesome.
But yeah, dude, I would think that and actually XPW is just off a show out in Jersey, man. I mean, if you ever get free time, check them out. I mean, no disrespect, tickets are like $50 a pop. I'm just kind of like, man, how they do that shit? But I guess, hey, man, if you're charging that much, you gotta be paying the talent.
Those dudes are getting fucked up, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't, dude. I'll try to go to some shows when I definitely have the time. It's very few and far between, dude. Even when they have these local gigs with NYWC, I only get to go to 1 or 2 a year, dude. And they're relatively close to my house because I'm always on the road or I'm working at the club on the weekend or whatever. But the last time I was at one, it was great. It was outdoors. It was over the summer. And Willow was in the headlining match. And now she's going to be the fucking next big thing in the AEW, you know? So you never know who you're going to see at these fucking.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that's why the indies are so important. And like,
hell yeah.
They're so stacked. Like when we were kids and you go see the indies, it'd be like your fucking parents, like bar friends, out of shape, fucking hillbilly bikers.
Drag Strip Bobby versus Dirty Ron.
Yeah.
Not Dirty Ron.
Dirty Ron.
Not Dirty Ron McDonald either.
He's a fucking man.
Dude, but now the indies fuel both the major fucking professional wrestling companies in the world.
Yep.
Think of all the big names. They were all fucking huge indie darlings, you know? But when we're young kids, we don't know about that shit. We don't think about that. But think how much of those guys really, truly worked like indies. Like there were your guys like your Nature Boy Ric Flairs, your Jumpin' Jim Brunzels. A lot of those guys went to like Vern Gagne and trained the AWA and went straight to doing AWA shit, you know, in a territorial promotion back in the day. Nowadays, it's like you sign with WWE, yeah, they have the developmental. I don't know, you know, I'm sure AEW has probably QT. I don't know if they're using QT as his own school or if he's still doing the shit Nightmare Factory with Cody. Whatever. My point is that back in the day, dude, you went straight to a fucking promotion. So what were the indies back then? You know, I don't really know. I mean, nowadays they're fucking stacked. And I know for a fact, because I went to some of them, like say like 98, 99, I went to an indie show out here and there was nobody on the card that looked good, that looked interesting, that fucking, like I said, they were your fucking parents' fat drinking buddy at the bar, fucking go home, beat my wife, dirker, back to the pile type shit, you know? Like,
all right, everybody back to the pile.
But Tracy Smothers was there and I got higher than the motherfucker and it was great.
That's fucking sick.
I felt like a stunk.
You're in Cleveland?
No, I'm in Northwest Indiana, Chicagoland, basically.
Gotcha. Tracy Smothers, dude, and XPW. So going back to this, here's a crazy story I have. So at my day job, I work with a fella named Mike. You guys may know him as the Amish Roadkill.
Oh, you work with Amish
no
Roadkill?
way.
You fucking kidding me?
That's the shit.
He's just Mike at my job, and he yells at me a lot. And he's cool. He's a man. He's cool. He just yells at me a lot. But he told me a story of the first time ECW goes out to the West Coast, and all the XPW guys show up to their show and try to get their big banner on hard cam, and they're taking swings at dudes coming down the aisle.
I remember that.
So of course a fucking fight breaks out with some of the dudes in the fucking crowd and spills out to the parking lot, and everybody's fighting 1 or 2 different guys, and the ECW guys are doing their thing, holding their own. And he said, out of nowhere, Tracy Smothers comes with a towel wrapped around his waist, shampoo still in his hair, and just dropping people with one fist. Just holding the towel around his waist and just dropping dudes.
Yes.
With the fucking right. Boom, boom.
I
boom.
can see that. Yeah.
So,
he's a thug, dude.
Fucking legend.
Heard he was a fucking real one.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
legend.
Oh man, I fucking love Tracy, and he was so cool. Like meeting him as a kid, I was just like, oh my god, fucking Tracy Smothers, you know, the fucking full blooded Italians that come out doing this to the like little
that was the shit, dude.
0% Italian. I love it. It was the best.
Right, he's like, I'm Sicilian.
Tracy Smothers was the man. He's got those legend stories like Meng.
Yeah,
Meng's got them legend stories.
And he was definitely legit.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so wild. You get to fucking do Roadkill. I'd like, man,
that's crazy.
Put in a good word. I'd like to fucking talk to brother, dude.
I almost wanted to do the show. I'll definitely fucking put it in for you guys.
Awesome.
Has there been anybody else in the wrestling world you've ever had a good encounter with?
Yeah, over the years, he's really good friends with Crowbar, who's really fucking awesome. He's been mad cool to me over the years, and Danny Doring, obviously.
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome.
I met Mikey Whipwreck just around. Like, he used to work at this fucking deli, and he used to come in there all the fucking time. I'm like, this guy wrestled on fucking WrestleMania, and I'm like making him a sandwich. Like, holy shit. Very cool. I met the Dudleys when I was a kid. They were cool as fuck. I met them at some meet and greet thing, and I was in 7th grade or something, and they were cool as shit.
We might see them back together. Devon just left WWE.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I used to work at a bar with the Big O, Zack Ryder's buddy. I don't know if you remember him.
I do remember that. I'm trying to think of what he looks like, though.
He was in TNA Gut Check, and he had a little NXT time. I used to work at a bar with him. He was pretty cool. He's a badass dude. He's in NYWC currently. Yeah, man. I've always loved this shit. I grew up. I went to this one high school show of all things. I met Fatu. I met Rikishi, before he was popular.
Yeah.
I met fucking Mr. Backlund when I was a kid. It was awesome. He was cool.
Dude, Bob Backlund. Funny story about that. God, who was it? Oh shit. Diener, Cody Diener. Right now, he's leading in Impact Wrestling. He's leading Eric Young's faction. The Design now they're called.
Violence by Design.
They were Violent by Design. It's weird that you say that. Because I shit you not, today, I'm doing the fucking social media runs. I look through, and he has a tweet. He's like, just random, me, the wife, and kids go to the fucking library. And somebody said, like my wife or somebody said, like, hey, man, the guy over there looks really familiar. Like, a lot of people, you should go check it out. And it was Bob Backlund signing his book. And he was like, dude, I'm like huge Bob Backlund. Like, and just right there. Like, that, dude, that's a great story, man. Like,
it was cool. I got to see him wrestle to a couple dozen people in a gym, like right after he had won the belt, I was in 4th grade,
Awesome.
Fuck yeah. And dude,
this random Long Island high school wrestling show that was sponsored by this radio station that my friend's dad used to work at. And yeah, that was pretty sick.
Yeah, that dude was a legit fucking shooter too, man. Back when
it was.
Hell yeah.
He could choke you out.
I'd love to see him in Angle, dude, like in the prime,
Oh, in primes? Yeah.
What so going into wrestling is just not only the in-ring product and the TV shit. I mean, dude, you're wearing a No Mercy shirt right now. Is it hands down the best wrestling video game?
Actually, I'm what's the WCW one?
Revenge.
I like that one a little better because I like those guys better.
Okay.
Yeah, I was super. So me and my brother. During the Monday Night Wars, we were super into WCW for whatever fucking reason. I guess
I'm with you, dude. I was WCW all the way too.
But Flair was huge for us, and Macho Man was huge for us, and we loved Lex Luger and shit. We gravitated towards WCW. So yeah, so Revenge, I will definitely put at the top, and then WWE 12, whichever one has Randy Orton on the cover. I played the fuck out of that one.
I think I played the next one. Which one was The Rock? Was it The Rock after
Rock was
that?
13?
Maybe I won't have
Punk was 13.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Punk was
Punk was 13.
On it. I played it for hours on end or whatever.
Great game, dude. Great fucking game. That roster and still to this day, like they're finally making shit right with the 2K series, but the community creations.
That's
shout out to everybody who fucking does those because that is a lot of fucking work, dude. But you can straight up make people who look like us or anybody you want, and they look good. Like I can, I build my roster. I got my AEW roster on the game. I'm doing a thing right now where I'm trying to get all of our guests that we've had in the past, or most of them at least, on the fucking community creations and do like a little tournament thing, make some fucking content. But dude, that shit's so awesome. And I remember like that year I had the Orton one too, and I played the fuck out of it as well. Dude, because it was fun. You lived it like we're kids, right? And we're playing with fucking our action figures. And when you get a little bit older to where it's not, you still might in private, all right? I ain't going to hate you for it. But, motherfuckers are peeking through the window like, that motherfucker's a nerd. you get to that age where those figures become inside the game. The video game is your action figure landscape. You know, that's how I always look at it, because I'm always, every time I sit down and play,
that's exactly how it is.
What is this dream match? What's this fantasy booking? You know, like I want to fucking live it right now, you know, and put it on the hardest difficulty because I want it to be like challenging. You know, I want my digital fucking wrestler to actually win his goddamn title and deserve it.
I was actually like, I'm almost an arm's length away from like 3 or 4 wrestling figures, just as you said that.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you got back there?
Let's see. I'm looking at an old Mattel Shawn Michaels.
Ooh.
The ECW Bubba Ray Dudley, the original ECW. And I got the Tommy Dreamer over there too.
Yeah.
And I got the Toy Biz WCW Hogan and Sting.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Nice.
Those Toy Biz lines were some of my favorite, man. They were
awesome. They were the best looking ones, dude. Super articulate, and they looked awesome. And they came with sick fucking accessories.
Yeah.
The table that you could break that came with I don't know if it came with Scott Hall or Macho Man, but yeah, I bought a bunch of them just so we can get the tables.
Yes.
That's fucking awesome, dude. Toy Biz was hot. They were just coming off that Marvel run too, and they started doing the fucking WCW, because I had, like, when I was a kid, I had a shit ton of Spider-Man and X-Men figures, you know, like, oh, those were so hot back in the day.
Yeah, they really were the best. It's like size and like all the cool, they're perfect.
Do you remember those WCW figures that like vibrated? It had a button on the side.
Oh yeah.
I had a Benoit one.
WCW ones.
Yeah, I have a Chris Benoit one. Has the 4H symbol on his pants, the black pants. They had a button that vibrated. I'm like, I don't remember what that did and why.
I'm gonna put this down my pants right quick.
Put this on my cheeks. We give me the crippler right in my bung.
Fuck yeah! Shout out to Schlack again, the crippler.
Yeah, Schlack.
I think Internal Bleeding and his band, The Crippler, are playing in
nice
the Czech Republic in July together at Phoenix.
Well, you guys got some shit coming on. We're gonna get to here real quick. Like collectible wise, though, is there a lot of shit that you have from when you're young? Do you collect shit now? Or you fucking? I mean, there's dudes out there. I used to be, but dude, it gets really expensive when you're not fucking rich. And I collect every action figure I fucking possibly get my hands on.
I'll get certain things that I have to have, and it's not just wrestling stuff.
Some people are in the belt.
Mike, a huge collector of wrestling stuff and the comic stuff still, and the horror stuff, the NECA toys, all the fucking high fucking Marvel shit. They love it. I like a couple of the as far as wrestling stuff, not really. Once in a while, I'll buy like one of the cool Mattel things. Like I have the
throwback shit
in the Macho Man Slim Jim.
Slim Jim, you got the Slim Jim one? That one's dope. Yeah,
I have that. That was too fucking cool to not have. But then like I like all the Super 7 shit. I got the Misfits Super 7s, and
I have all those too.
The Burton ones, and the fucking I got the little ghost dude. I got all the Slayer goats from Show No Mercy. I got all those.
Nice.
So that's the kind
I hate Super 7, dude, because like I said, dude, it's like, come on, motherfuckers. Like, it's great that you're putting this shit out, but I can't buy it all, man. I can't. That's why I stopped collecting comics. You know,
I don't need it at this point in my life, but it's just like, all right, it's pretty sick.
Right. You can't explain it. It's just there. If it's something you love and you gotta have it, dude.
Like the transforming Optimus Prime. I need it.
Oh, dude, that looks awesome.
So
and he plays the old school fucking Transformers theme.
Yep.
Yeah, luckily I work, so like I said, I work with Roadkill. We work in a warehouse, and we sell toys like that and shit on eBay and Amazon.com. So
nice.
That's pretty cool.
That's
so
awesome.
We're pretty well versed in the collectibles world at the moment.
Fuck cool. Yeah. Hey, so what do you guys as far as the band goes, Internal Bleeding shit? I know you got something coming up.
Yeah.
So you guys, I think, are going to be in Indianapolis February 24th with Sanguisugabog, right?
Yeah. So
because we're playing the next day.
The exact dates, but yeah, at the end of February we have 4 or 5 shows with Sanguisugabog, A Year of the Knife, and Vomit 4th, And one of them's in Indianapolis, one of them's in Grand Rapids, one of them's in Toledo, and maybe the other one's in maybe Cleveland or something. But yeah, Sang Sugabog's got a new album coming out in 2 weeks, and they asked us to come out and support them on their run to support that. And we had to say yes, man. They're fucking one of the sickest out in the game, and they show us a lot of respect. And it's fucking cool as fuck, man.
Gotta respect the condom. Gotta respect the condom.
Gotta respect the condom. Sammy jump in front of a fucking truck. He's 8 fucking years old.
My mom was
Fuck
so
yeah.
pissed. Fucking found that Adam Sandler CD when I was a kid. And she like read the lyrics.
Oh man,
That was
like
a great album.
She like read the lyrics to Medium Pace. She's like, what the hell is this?
Oops.
How were your parents growing up? Did they let you watch wrestling? Were they cool with it?
Yeah, my parents are cool, man. My mom's a little more strict than my pops, but they were always cool as fuck with music and wrestling and shit. Especially as I started getting older, they gave way fuck less. Yeah, so like Christmas '89, my dad gave me, like I said, it was fucking WCW cards and a Sting figure.
Nice.
The original, I don't know who made those originals.
The
Kenner
hard
made,
ones.
yeah, whoever made the hard ones that like didn't
Yeah,
move it.
yeah. I had
Yeah.
I had Sting. He had the blue pants, and
Yeah,
I think I had Sting and Sid. That was Galoob.
Galoob, yeah.
Ooh.
Damn, the more you know.
So, yeah, they were always cool with wrestling shit, and then as they got older, they were like, "All right, yeah, I guess you can have the Cannibal Corpse shirt with the zombies having sex on it." You know, like,
Yeah, Tomb of the Mutilate.
Thank you.
That man, I got that in our old Decrypt fuck your opinions shirt. Like, no, you can't. You can't fucking have that.
yeah, they stopped caring after a while. At first, they were like, "What the hell with the metal?" But they got it. They stopped caring. Pretty quick. It was
That's
never-
a clip, right? I love it. What the hell with the metal? That was every parent, dude.
hell?
It's a phase, Jim. He'll grow out of it. Nope.
But me and I grew up with two brothers younger than me, and so we were always rehearsing wrestling moves on each other in the living room, fucking each other up. My brother was a couple inches shorter than me, but way stronger than me, and able to like kick my fucking ass. And he would put me in the Steiner recliner. He almost killed me one time. He literally almost, like, it was like a right angle, 90-degree angle, my back. And he was putting me in the Steiner recliner. And I was like,
Oh my
yo,
God.
bro, you're going to fucking kill me. You're going to fucking kill me. And he wouldn't let off. And I had to like, oh, it was terrible.
Oh
But-
man.
What to do with your brother? You know?
Scotty!
Yeah. He really thought he was Big Papa Pump for a couple of years.
Dude, we all thought. I
Oh.
still think I am. And I fucking,
Yeah, you
Yeah, you do. Me and my freaks and my brother.
Big bad booty daddy.
Who just it's just like incoherent jumping. from
Holla,
one
can you
thing to
hear me?
another.
Big Papa
Yeah.
Pump's got you hook up.
But somehow still knew, like, he was juiced out of his fucking mind, but still
Oh,
knew
yeah.
how to do like intricate mathematics. You know, he should have been Dillinger escape plan or some shit. Tell me I'm wrong. But yeah,
You're not
dude.
wrong.
So I'm conflicted because I don't know my new role at fucking work. Like, you guys are playing like I said, the 24th with Sangwa and Vomit Forth, and it's at the Black Circle in Indy. And we're playing the next day, Handsome Prick with Cloud Rat and Putrid Pile and Deterioration. Man, I really want to fucking make it down and kick it with you guys. I think it'd be a good time, man. Hang out with you and fucking Chris. And I don't know if I'll get to or not.
How far are you from that club?
About what was it? It's running like hour and a half, 2 hours. Indy's like 2 hours.
Yeah, it's not an easy gig. Yeah, anything over an hour is like, you know, you gotta plan for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
I just hope
totally
I can, because like I said at work,
Take
I'm
it out,
like,
dude. We got you. Fucking, we'll take care of you and all that.
oh, dude, yeah. I can't wait to kick it with you guys. And like I said, anytime you're around Chicagoland too, we gotta fucking hook up. But as we wind down here,
Swear to God, I
What?
was just thinking about this the other day. I think we've been to Chicago 10 times in the last 5 years.
yeah, you guys have been out here a lot because man, you know how it is. You have, well, maybe you don't have any fucking kids or anything. I see your fucking Instagram. You're living the life, you know, got fucking bongs everywhere,
Yeah.
fucking good bros and
Now you're
fucking
talking.
killer fucking axes. That's all you need.
Man.
Yeah, there you go. What as far as internal bleeding goes, are you guys what's up with new fucking shit, man?
So I mean, I said this on another podcast the other day, and I guess it's
Fuck
been
them
on,
guys. No, I'm joking.
we have we have the album. We have to hand it in on tax day, so it's coming.
Mike Rotunda's
We're
coming
like-
for you.
we're like 7 songs deep, and I think we've been working on it for a while. So like we should have had it done a year ago. We erased a lot of stuff. We listened to a lot of stuff that we wrote during lockdown, and it sounded super uninspired and it sounded like 2 depressed people wrote it. You know what I mean? And like you could tell, like, you know, we were just dragging our asses through trying to get through that time. And the material wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, and Chris wanted it to be. So we erased a few songs and we boosted a few things up, and now we're back up to like maybe 7 songs with like 6.5 weeks before I have to have the fucking thing in. But this is when we work our best, and we're gonna get it done, man, and it's just gonna be sick. So yeah, we got handed in the middle of April, and I don't know how long it'll take for it to physically be out. I know vinyl plants are backed the fuck up, so if I handed it in tomorrow, it might not be out till this time next year. So I have no, and I know you know, our record label is gonna want to have X amount of thousands of vinyl ready.
Well, I know you guys got the first few albums. I think those people can order those right now, right?
Yeah, I forgot what the hell the name of the
those
company.
have been reprinted on
fucking bought the rights to it. But yeah, some record company recently bought the rights to the first 3 Internal Bleeding albums, and finally on vinyl after all these years. So you can get Voracious Contempt, you can get Extinction of Benevolence, and you can get Driven to Conquer online somewhere on vinyl. Just go on our Instagram. It's one of the last 5 or 6.
There'll be links in the description, you know, Internal Bleeding.
Yeah, there will.
Good shit.
Yeah, but the new album will be out. I hope, like, listen, I hope it's out in September. I hope it's out in July or something. It might not be out.
Can't wait.
2024. Like, I honestly don't know, but we got to hand it in like 2 months. So
there it is.
You're telling me there's a chance.
It's called Settle All Scores, by the way. I don't know if this is the first time anyone's hearing it, but it's called Settle All Scores.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. I like
That's
that.
a killer title.
That's some killer. It's fucking classic.
It's going to be perfect
bleeding sound.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's some nasty shit on it. There's some funky shit on it. There's some fast shit. There's some super slow shit. It's actually not as slow as some of the older stuff, but there's some good ass riffs, man. Provelis kind of took the reins on this album. Like I said, I wasn't my fucking writer's block has been off the walls since the last album, dude. I fucking drained my brain with that last album, and then COVID. So I was only good for like 3 out of the 9 songs on this fucking album. So, but Provelis wrote some sick shit. And yeah, pumped. It's gonna be album number 7. So I don't know if this is the last one, but we're doing it.
Number 7, send me to motherfucking heaven. Yeah, Chris. Hey, one more thing, real quick.
Hit me.
Royal Rumble. Ooh. What the fuck are you doing? It's this weekend. What's your plans? Where are you watching?
So I got a beautiful backyard bar enclosed with a big ass TV. So me and the crew gonna fucking post up out back.
Yeah.
Roll a few up, have a few fucking nice drinks, maybe order a few pizzas from Mike's Underground, best pizza.
Now you're talking.
I'm not sponsored by them; they're just the best pizza on Long Island. Then I gotta go to the airport pretty much right from there. We're playing the 70,000 tons of metal cruise that leaves from Miami.
Yeah, I saw
fucking
that.
Awesome, dude.
Chris announced that today. Congrats, dude.
Yeah, so I have to fucking right after.
Gotta tell Roadkill to fuck off. You're going to play some real do some real work.
So right after Cody wins the Rumble, I got to go right to the airport.
Yes, I want him to win. Who is your pick? I want to do that real quick. We'll go all of us, and even the guy you haven't heard anything from tonight. Maybe Andre the Giant will have a pick. What's yours, Chris?
I always want, AJ is hurt. I always want him to win. But yeah, it's gonna be Cody's my guy this year.
I'll take it. That's who I want too. You, Brodie?
I'd say Cody or Sami Zayn if he's in the Rumble. I don't know if he's in it, if he's got other stuff going on, but I'd like to see him win it. I think that'd be awesome.
It'll be a surprise too,
He may accidentally win it, like
exactly.
Something, it might be thrust out of it. That might be interesting.
I think that's a good story to go with right now with how hot he is.
Dude, who knows?
Well, it's gonna be fun away, man. And we'll fucking be in touch. I'm sure we'll talk about it afterward.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah. What about you, Andre? Who do you want to win the fucking Rumble?
I have not watched any wrestling since the day I died. Why the fuck would I watch that shit?
Fucking bullshit, dude. Why you gotta lie? Why you got front? Motherfucker, dude.
He's gotta go.
He always leaves. I rue the fucking day that we played that silly little Oracle demon-based game and summoned his fucking ass back to Earth.
Hey, yo.
There you go. Hey, Chris, brother, we're gonna have to do this again. We do this many more fucking times. I'd love to have you as a guest anytime, maybe after some big fucking shows or whatever. Chop it up, wrap it up.
I love that, man. You guys were fucking hilarious, dude. This was great, man.
Fuck
You're
yeah,
the man, dude.
appreciate the love, motherfuckers. Hey, everybody, check out Internal Bleeding. Like I said,
Yes.
I know for sure February 24th they're gonna be down with Sanguisugabog in Indianapolis, and then you get Handsome Prick and Peter Pile the next day. So you might as well make a fucking weekend of it. You sons of bitches.
Yes.
Like, share, subscribe with your friends. Download, rate, and review on any podcasting platform. And in case you didn't know, we switched fucking days. Audio releases every Thursday. Video releases on YouTube via jpdub.com every Friday. That's our new schedule going forward in 2023.
You motherfuckers tune in every week. Buy the motherfucking shirts at ProWrestlingTees.com/JPDUBTees. And if you don't, go fuck yourself.
Wet 'em up. Wet 'em
Wet 'em
up.
up.
Wet 'em up.
Wet 'em up.
I'm so fucking weird. For fucking Chris McCarthy and Eternal Bleed, if you don't fucking check them out, I'm gonna come and peel the skin off your fucking back.
Wow, yeah.
Okay, man. Appreciate you guys a lot, man. IB Kings of Slam, Chris McCarthy. Never fucking forget the name. Check out my other band, fucking Missing Link. Check out my other band, Without Remorse. Smoke weed, bring me weed on the road, and that's it, man.
Yes.
You gonna do sex to me? Did you like that video? If so, be sure to hit like and subscribe and check out more killer content from your boys at Juice Pro Wrestling. Whoa, yeah!